Mario 64 is one of the best games to grace the Nintendo 64 and to this day remains an extremely loved title. The goal of this game is to visit each of the 15 radically different levels in the hopes to collect all 120 stars. In order to accomplish this, you will need to explore each level to figure out how to earn them. It's safe to say that Super Mario 64 as a whole is iconic, but which level in this perfectly crafted game is the best? Well, first we have to think about what makes a good level. A good level might have a boss fight, although it's true not every level does. Secret areas are also a huge plus, and even better when those secret areas turn to fun mini-games. We want the level to have some difficulty but not be too easy or too hard. And finally, we want the stars to be varied from one another. Now please keep in mind that this is my personal list. You might have a favourite in mind that I don't like, and to that I say too goddamn bad. But do let me know in the comments below which level is your favourite. Let's begin, shall we, with Bomb on Battlefield, and it is no doubt the most iconic level in the game. The thrill we got entering our first painting and seeing everything Mario 64 had in store for us was an experience many of us will treasure for the rest of our lives. For many of us, it would be considered the best level in the game. The stars are all very different, the difficulty is easy, and the level design is pretty much perfect. Every inch of the space has something different. An area to learn how to use switches, tree stumps that you can experiment with, a secret teleporter, and best of all, a naughty chain chomp. Yep, this is the perfect tutorial level to begin with. Bomb on Battlefield really is the perfect example of what a great tutorial level is. And it's a good thing it was, because many of us playing this game for the first time, and probably to this day, probably would have ignored these little signs that explain the controls. I know I sure did. They could have had the meaning of life written on them, but I'll never know, and I never will because I'll never read them. A simple boss to teach you throwing mechanics, and even a race with Koopa that forces you to learn how to traverse through the map quickly. It's a great level, but it has no stakes or chance to die instantly, and well, it's fairly basic. If you compare it with the other levels, that is. A solid start to Mario 64 with a grade of A. Whomp's Fortress is the second level in Mario 64. I only know this because it requires 1 star to enter instead of 3 like the rest on this floor. Immediately upon entering, you can see that the stakes have risen because of the possibility of falling to one's death and dying instantly, unlike in Bomb on Battlefield. As a matter of fact, there is even a star called Shoot into the Wild Blue that insists on you using a cannon to blast your way to the star. I am sure many of us have shot past this and fallen into the abyss. We are greeted with more enemies, more obstacles, and a new boss that is probably easier than the first once you learn how to defeat him. This level also has a very unique star that gets you to ride a bird and drop into a cage high up in the sky. I really sucked at doing that as a kid. I would always miss the cage. If I could go back in time and just tell little Victor to do one thing, it would be to practice that level more and to invest in Bitcoin. The level design is once again very high quality, with most of it being utilized in some way to either teach us more gameplay mechanics or hide coins. Did you know this level had a green cap in it? I don't think I have ever honestly used it before and don't really see the purpose, but I think it was an interesting point to add. How did we all know there was a star hidden in this particular wall? Was it written on a sign or something? Well, I'll never know because I still refuse to read them. Whomp's Fortress is another solid level with a grade of A. The first level that I ignored at all costs growing up was Jolly Roger Bay. I honestly hate swimming in pretty much all Mario games, but especially in Mario 64. It's slow and awkward to maneuver. This clam has a shell you can ride for like 10 seconds, it's bloody pointless. Now, in saying that, the stars in this level are all very unique. You get to go into a boat and play with some chests. Messing around with this eel is something that is intimidating to this day, and the fact that the ship floats to the surface after the first star was mind-blowing to me. But really, this map is awkward, spaces just feel wasted and unutilized, and the 100 star coin is so boring to get, especially if you you miss this little ring of coins. This weird box as well that seems like it was just copied and pasted from a different game is also very unsettling. Definitely the first level in the game that underperforms with a grade of D. The last main level of Chapter 1, Area 1, Floor 1, whatever it is, it's Cool Mountain. Now, upon entering, you can tell that the level of difficulty has skyrocketed compared to the last three. The threat of falling off the edge of the map is heightened, especially in some areas. I always really struggled getting to this little island. Don't lie to me, I know you did too. We are introduced to our first slide mission not once but twice. We are able to escort a baby penguin to its mother, only for it to get lost every time you restart the mission. Will it never learn? This wall jump here is also the worst instance of this in the whole game. Props to this level for this secret as well as this, but negative marks for making us jump to this little island. A cool B for Cool Mountain. Area 1 also gives us a good amount of mini levels, this slide being my favourite mini level, and also the first Bowser fight that I personally think is the best of the three. On to Area 1.5 where we find this sign that people thought it said Luigi was in the game. It also has these random goats, one of them which houses one of the best levels in the game, Big Boo's Haunt. Big Boo's Haunt is definitely contender for best level in Mario 64. It has not one, not two, but three boss fights. Okay, it's the same boss fight repeated 3 times, but the way you activate each boss is different, and it's awesome. One is activated by killing ghosts in a creepy merry-go-round, the other reveals itself when you find and kill all the ghosts in the mansion, and the third requires you to explore the house in order for you to find your way up to it. Whoever decided to put the star up here for us to collect, I mean, come on! This level definitely is very unique. It has plenty of secrets and mystery to uncover and places that seem hidden. Conquering each star feels like a reward, and finding the 8 coins is fun and anxiety inducing. But some of this level does feel pointless. Why even have this outside area at all? Overall, this mission is of a high quality, but I just want to mention this star once again. If you missed the jump, my god, is it frustrating to have to climb all the way back up again. A+ is my grade for Big Boo's Haunt. On to Area 2 with the hot Lethal Lava Land. Lethal Lava Land is the best explanation of this level. 90% of the map is lava, and while it's not immediately lethal to fall into, it might as well be in some areas. A very intimidating level at first glances, but apart from the rolling log and the awkwardness of inside of the volcano, it's actually very easy. The red coin star and the 100 coin star are the simplest to achieve in the whole game, and once you learn how to kill a bully, it becomes pretty simple. There are 7 stars in this level, 2 of which require you to kill bullies, 2 require you to take a different path inside of the volcano, 2 are very easy coin stars as mentioned before, and 1 is a log ride, which for me personally was always very annoying to not only get to, but beat. What architect thought it was a good idea to put a wooden log over a fire? Now, once you learn where all the stars are, it's a pretty simple level. Very intimidating when I was young, but quite easy as an adult. Platforms that disappear and the ability to ride a shell over the lava is one of the best parts of the game. A fun level, but very low stakes. Let's give this one a B grade. This next level is one that I loved as a kid, but I absolutely hate. I despise it as an adult, and that is Shifting Sand Land. The appeal to me as a kid were these large cubes that you had to carefully navigate through, but as an adult I realised how dumb of a child I was when you can in fact just fly over the whole area or long jump your way around them. I will still give this level points when it comes to the mystery that involves the pyramid. I mean, you can blow the rooftop off. It also has, in my opinion, the best boss fight in the game. But my god, the negatives of this level are huge. The sand that instantly kills you, the random bird that steals your hat and adds no value to the game whatsoever. This red coin, this pointless bit of water, the sand inside of the pyramid that you can't jump out of, the stupid gnawing of tornadoes, the list goes on and on. A level that is so charming with its boss fight and mysterious pyramid, easily outdone by its list of large flaws. It's a level I honestly hate, and for that, I give it a D grade. Come at me. The next level in Area 2 is Hazy Ma Cave. Growing up, this is a level I tried to stay clear of. Not only didn't I know where any of the stars were or what to do, but the degree of difficulty was also high. I used to die here, and whoever decided to put this random hole in the floor in the gas maze can rot in jail for all eternity. Once you wrap your head around where all the stars are and how to get to them, it actually becomes a pretty solid level. Riding the weird blue thing to get the star is a treat. It's literally a weird blue thing. They don't even have a name for it. In the stars list, they just call it Swimming Beast. The maze, while frustrating at times, is actually rewarding when you find the hidden doors. I also really love the use of the green metal hat in this level. Using it to run through the water to hit a switch was so fun as a kid. I really do not like the 8 red coins, however. Not that it's too difficult to do, but if you mistime a jump, you have to repeat the whole process again. It's just boring and time consuming. I do think this map might be a very hit or miss with a lot of us. I enjoy it more now than I used to, but for that reason I give it a B-. Finally, the second Bowser mission. Surprise! It's another miserable swimming level! Die Docks is the better of the 2 swimming levels. The red coins is probably one of the best in the game, but other than that, this level is fairly boring. Fairly boring. I'm gonna keep that in. You can hear my flop. Fairly boring. As if swimming wasn't awkward enough, they add random suckholes to the level, and one of them takes you back to the castle. You failed so badly that we want to put you outside and make you run all the way back. I hate this level. I hate it. D. It's a D grade. Enough said. The second Bowser mission is the best of the 3 for sure. Wait a second, I said that about the first, but it's too late to go back and cut that out, so it's staying in. They're both fantastic. Area 3 is where the game starts to ramp up in difficulty. The first level we are greeted to is Tall Mountain, here to rub your face in the fact that Mario 64 has no mushrooms for us to eat to grow bigger. There are really difficult jumps to make in this level for sure. They're easy to make now that I'm an adult, but as a kid, these little jumps would give me so much anxiety. The problem with this level and any level that goes up high is that if you miss a jump, the run back is tedious and frustrating, and this level suffers from this at an all-time high. If you fall back down, you either have to go through this slow route or this one, and both are annoying. But if you forgive the level for that one flaw, then it's actually one of the best in the game. The monkeys are fun to play with, and this secret slide mission is the best slide in the game. I mean, look at this. And this. Whoa, epic. The red coins are all close together, but still the heart races when going for this one. And then there is the lone star in the distance, teasing you, daring you to come for it. Trying to figure out how to get down to the cannon confuses me every time I play this game. Then I realize how easy it is and I feel stupid, and then I feel more stupid when I find out that I've got to talk to this pink bomb who is hiding like an asshole. This level has its frustrations, but it also again has the best slide in the game and has some really fun stars, so I give it an A. The next level has one of my favorite areas in the whole game, Wet Dry World. When I think of this level, my mind automatically goes to the mini town that it's sort of hidden. It's fun and unique, and it's very out of place for this game. It's like a real town that you would see that has been pixelated and put into Mario 64. It also has really fun platforming, and I'm glad there are 2 stars here. The rest of the level, it's not bad. It is a water level, yes, but it's more about ignoring the water, and most of the stars you get are on foot. I do in fact hate the weird wind-up toys that fling you up to the next level. Why are they so fast and eager to throw us? There really isn't any high stakes in this level, no way to die instantly. It's just very frustrating when you miss a jump and have to make your way all the way back up to the top. Manipulating the water levels also seems like an underutilized mechanic. It is something you have to do a few times, but there's nothing too confusing or difficult about it at all. If this level didn't have the mini town, I'd probably give it a D+, but the mini town definitely brings it up to a C+. Tiny Huge Island is up next, and it definitely has the most fun gameplay mechanic involved. Go through one painting and be a giant, or go through the other and be small. This level has a great balance of difficulty as well, areas that you can fall to your death instantly in, harder enemies, and a pretty strong boss. I also really enjoy changing sizes and seeing the new perspective you gain in each instance. Being a giant also lets you become a homicidal maniac. You see this fun, happy guy who likes to challenge us to races? Well, let's turn into a giant and squish him to make him disappear for good. Like I said, this level has a great gameplay mechanic, but it also has the worst. The wind one moment will decide to blow you up and the next allow you to fall to your death. Also, what is with the red coins being put in the most awful positions possible? If you fall and miss a red coin, you die and have to do it all over again. Tiny Huge Island is a solid B+ in my books. The last level in Area 3 is hidden in the mirror world. And because of that, you would think it would be a level about reflections and things. But no, it's just another ice level. Annoying slippery floor and ice aside, Snowmans Land is a heap of fun. The ice cube puzzle is satisfying to solve, the igloo you crawl into is cute, and using the invisibility hat to get the star is the best use of that hat in the game. Even frustrating sections like this never-ending snow piles are fun to conquer. Climbing to the top of the giant head can go though. Before I learned that you could just shoot up to it, I used to spend too much time trying not to get blown off this thing. It's actually not even that hard, but because I'm impatient, I would always just try to run past it and get blown off. Getting the red coin star is fun as well. You can freeze to death or you can do it the proper way and use the shell to get them. If the cube was like 3 times bigger and the floor wasn't so goddamn slippery, this would be the contender for the best map, but as it stands, I give it an A. Now, it's on to Area 4, the final 2 main levels. You can actually trace back to when my anxiety and childhood trauma began to these 2 next levels. Starting with Tick-Tock Clock, a level designed to make us feel as if we were in a cuckoo clock. A brilliant idea, and it's not a bad level, but it's definitely the hardest in the game. The moving platforms and precise jumps needed stretched my 5-year-old skills to the absolute maximum. And every jump has the ability to kill you or send you right back down to the start of the level again. I don't know what sort of clocks Nintendo own, but I doubt they have one with a big black gaping void at the bottom. The level isn't that creative with its stars. You don't need to ride a bird or a weird blue monster in Tick-Tock Clock. It's all about platforming, which with a Nintendo 64 controller wasn't always the most graceful. In my last playthrough of this game, and probably while I'm recording the footage for this video, this level gave me the most problems. Going for 100 coins is awful because you have to visit every section of this level to complete it. The red coin seems difficult at first, but once again there is a hidden feature to stop time, so it becomes super easy. It's either near impossible when they are moving, or far too easy when the clock is stopped. I do enjoy using the clock hands to get around the level, and I like testing my platforming skills, but other than that, this level's a bit of a miss for me. And because of that, I give it a C. The last main level of the game, other than the awesome third Bowser boss fight, which I think happens to be the best Bowser level in the game, I think I'm just confusing myself, it's Rainbow Ride. Riding magical carpets over rainbows. It sounds lovely and dreamy, but one slight misjump means almost certain death. Not only that, but the carpets disappear if you don't use them quick enough, which just adds a whole level of frustration. The boat in the sky is cool, and so is riding the carpet through the castle at the top, but other than that, I feel like this level doesn't have much going for it. It's too high stakes and it feels a bit too random for me. And the worst part is if you die, you have to ride the slow ass carpet from the start. It's a solid D for me. So which level is the best? Well, I don't want to sound corny, but I think it's the journey and the memories and friendships we make along the way. Nah, the best level for me is Big Boo's Haunt. Boss fights, secret rooms, and hidden red coins. It has everything but a slide, and that would make it perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I do lots of retro games and some modern games as well as reviews of things that are coming out in the future. So make sure you subscribe if you like gaming videos. I know I do. But yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.